Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I'll also probably be showing Rumble. At the moment, I'm still doing the re-uploads of White Bastards on Rumble there. And then afterwards I will do XCOM 2 till it catches up with the YouTube stuff. And Prey is on par with YouTube. I have to apologize yesterday. Afterwards I did a video and publish and everything, not published, but after I uploaded I had to get out of home to do a lot of stuff regarding work, and I only returned like almost midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's why the video was published a little bit later, and I didn't manage to do anything regarding gameplay series here. And even regarding the Rumble stuff, I only managed to do so after when I reached home. I will try to get around at least during this weekend. By coincidence, a lot of the stuff at work involved COP28, which is happening here in UAE. So that's that. But yeah, we'll try to catch up with and start doing more stuff here on the gameplay. See if I can manage to do something in the weekend or something like that. And today I cannot promise anything, but I will try my best here. So let's go for the news here. Supposedly the newest AMD latest drivers now can lower the idle power on the 7800, 7700, 7600 GPUs connected with high refresh rate monitors. The high refresh rate they consider at least 144 from what I can gather, because Tom's Hardware did some testing here. And they used a 4K 144 monitor for that, and there is noticeable difference on the idle consumption in terms of power. Most of them is basically the GPUs mentioned at least half of less power consumption, which is good. But the testing here, just a caveat, is that the testing was done in a static setting, so no mouse movement or anything, because mouse movements can trigger the high refresh rate, and then the power just creeps a little bit more. But yeah, at least that static behavior, it seems now fixed this situation. The 7900s were already basically kind of solved. There is like low power consumption here. It was basically already solved and didn't change too much here, which is good. Again, AMD's at least seems to be working properly on their driver stuff there and their software. There is some known issues. I don't recall which ones, but there are not many of them. Most of them, the most people were complaining was the idle power stuff there, a lot of consumption. But yeah, at the moment seems to be fixed at this moment. Hopefully the next update doesn't bug out this thing. Sometimes it happens, but yeah, we shall see how it goes. Continuing with the AMD, supposedly there was like a showcase, not a showcase, but a keynote or something like that. And they announced officially the 850 Strix point, which is basically the high-end stuff. They already also announced the Hawk point, and basically they focus too much on the AI stuff. Supposedly the Strix point, like the top-end APUs, we're going to offer a 3x improvement regarding in terms of generative AI capabilities compared to the Phoenix ones. But yeah, the main thing from here, at least for me, is the fact that they bring RDNA free compute units, and as you can see, the manufacturing process is a little bit better. Got the Strix, the high end is going to be multi-chip, so you're going to be like chiplet designs, while the Hawk point and the Strix point's normal. I don't know how to tell better, but yeah, sorry. Strix points Halo, which is like the high end of Strix, is going to be multi-chiplet, while the Strix points, like the normal version, is going to be monolithic design, and also Hawk point. The rest is going to be monolithic. But yeah, 4mm process manufacturing. The CPU architecture is 5C, while the Strix point is going to have like a mixture of 5 and 5C, something like that. 16 cores, so it's going to be pretty good. This is mainly regarding, because APUs usually can be tweaked down to console stuff, so we can get a better idea what they're trying to aim in terms of graphic fidelity and in terms of processing power of the next generation of consoles. You can get an idea regarding the APUs they are trying to launch, even though all the APUs for consoles are customized, but it maintains the baseline of this kind of APUs. Usually, I suppose that they're going to aim for at least Strix point Halo kind of performance, because you got 40 compute units, RDNA 3 plus. I think this is plus technology. I'm not sure, or plus. I know it's going to be 4 nanometers iGPU stuff there. It's going to be pretty decent, I suppose, for the next at least console generations. Then we can kind of extrapolate to a certain degree what kind of aiming in terms of performance they're going to aim for desktop GPUs, the minimum point. Usually they extrapolate and can be compared between each other. But yeah, seems that the new consoles that will be coming out, I don't know in terms of PlayStation and Xbox refresh how they're going to do, or even the next gen thing like PlayStation 6 and Xbox Z, whatever they want to call it. They're going to be a little bit more powerful than this generation, mainly because there is a lot of focus on ray tracing performance in these games, which demands a lot of processing power of the iGPU stuff. So we will see how it goes, and hopefully the RAM and VRAM is improved also with the GDDR7 technology that is coming out also. I don't know how they're going to do that, but it seems that it's going to be a noticeable jump in performance. Almost similar like PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4 kind of a thing there. You noticed a lot of huge performance and graphic fidelity also. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And supposedly this will start to come out next year. They are shipping now, some of them, to AIBs, I suppose, to manufacture laptops and all that stuff. And the Strix point Halo should become a little bit later, even though they will be maintained with the 8000 kind of thing here, because 8 is the year of manufacturing, which corresponds to 2024. Or there can be, if there is any delay, will be the 9050 or something like that, supposedly, in terms of naming scheme. We got some stuff for PS5. There is a quote, according to SEE, I don't know which executive guy, try to make some shades regarding PC platforms for a change. This has been happening since the Mega Drive days, since consoles existed. They try to claim that it's always better than PC. But yeah, coming from PlayStation, it's a little bit weird by the fact that they basically, with that thing that you could buy through the platform of PlayStation, you could buy series and movies and the library of basically everything. Now after you bought, you basically don't have access, even though you paid for it, because of some kind of license agreement with the owners of those series and movies. I covered this a few days ago, and I even left, I think, a video for Louis Rossmann talking about this, which basically this kind of moves kind of almost justify piracy, because even though it's not piracy, at least morally, I don't know in terms of legal terms if it is or not considered, because you paid something, you have access to it, and because they remove access to it, even though you pay it, I think it's justified. At least you can download it through the interwebs, the things that you bought for, in terms of software or even media that you bought. I think it's more than justified here. If you spend money on that, I think it's one of those. But the fact that they are just, it is something that usually doesn't happen on PC. If you at least at this moment, for example, even on Steam, there are some games that, for example, some license agreements ended up, and there is like some games that are still on the library, but they are not appear on the marketplace. But if you bought it, you still are able to play them, install and play them. But yeah, it's one of those things. Trying to take shade at at the PC platforms is always a thing here from the console guys. But yeah, it's might as well shoot yourself in the foot by the fact that you had that situation with the content regarding not IP, the licensing agreement that expired, or they reached an agreement to renew that, or regarding that media, and people that spend money on the series or on even on the movies, they just basically lost access to it. Something I don't understand. But yeah, it is what it is. Regarding some, at least probably some good news regarding the Game Awards 2023. We got some, I think Jeff Keighley was in a kind of a podcast, or basically a Q&A stream on Twitch, telling us that they will be seeing less teasers than usual, because it will be including supposedly more game announcements than past editions. So we might see more new, I don't know, new announcements, basically world premieres, as we usually they put it out. But yeah, there is obviously some existing games that will be shown more on, but there is a lot that we just don't tease or talk about in advance on the show, which I'm excited about, which is good news. We might get new games. A lot of people are expecting from Death Stranding to probably there is some rumors that the next Metro game will be coming out also, because the game was announced almost 4 years ago by the CEO of Embracer Group. We'll see how it goes. There is a lot of stuff that people are rumored to come out. Even the Elden Ring DLC. I will see how it goes. It's one of those games that I really want to start playing through. But yeah, and Death Stranding, I have to start I think Death Stranding is more streaming game, because it takes a long time. And yeah, or else I think it's going to be edited too much for my taste. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do regarding the gaming series. I need to find a way to get around to doing more stuff like that. But yeah, regarding more games, we got Vampire Survivor, which is an awesome game, roguelike bullet hell kind of thing, the pixel art style, top view, very good from all the reviews that I've been seeing and some videos that I saw. It's very addicting. They are doing like an Among Us theme DLC, which is Emergency Meeting. But I think that is coming out from Vampire Survivors is going to be in the Among Us game, from what I understood here. Like 50 new weapons, some I don't know, new character stuff, and I don't know, levels, because I never played Among Us, so I'm not sure how it does. But yeah, some DLC and some crossover coming, which is good. Among Us is a well-known game, but I never played it, mainly because it's multiplayer, so it's usually not my thing there. But yeah, the fact that Vampire Survivors continues to keep up here in the eyes of people or the gamers, it's really a very excellent game. It is made by 3 or 4 people maximum, and it's one of those stories that is very inspiring for people that want to enter in game development. Just start doing it and iterate and improve of your idea, and for sure you will make it. And lastly, we got Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. They added the new playable clan, so the 4th one. Supposedly we got the Clan of Kings, Blue Bloods, Tyrants. Got a lot of this. And you can play as a Ventrue. I don't know what this is. It's true-blooded tyrants who incite obedience in both their allies and their foes. Yeah, we got more info here regarding the Bloodlines suit. I'm curious about this game. The first one, the Masquerade Bloodlines, is one of those that I wanted to try out, mainly for the RPG and the story, and the lore seems pretty good. I wanted to try out, and this one is on my watch list, just in case when I start doing. I got a lot of catch up to do regarding gaming. But yeah, it's one of those that I'm very interested to see how it comes out. Got some issues regarding the development of the game, but now it seems to be on a good path here. Hopefully it will be a very good game with this new direction here. And I'm going to wrap up for today with some gaming deals. We got Dying Light, the first game. We got the Definitive Edition, which is the one that I advise you, because it gets everything that has been launched here. Again, the parkour mechanics are the hook on this game. Still very playable in terms of the mechanics itself, and you got a lot of content to go through, and to roam around on the plains here on the, I forget the name of the city, roam the city, which is, I forget, I'm so sorry, I forgot the name of the city, but yeah, seems pretty good. We got also Vampyr, one of those that I would like to try out. Anything vampire related, I also always get a little bit an itch to play those games, to see what kind of lore they're going about it. And supposedly the game, you are a medic, I suppose, and you got bitten by a vampire, and then it's basically the story unravels regarding that. You got choice and consequences. It's kind of an RPG first person, but yeah, 80% off, and again, mostly positive, but around 70 something. It's one of those that still seems pretty interesting how they're going about it. We got also Ash of Gods Redemption, one of those very similar to Banner Saga. Of course, it's in a different world, but the art style and how it plays out is very similar. We got 80% off. It's one of those that I would like to try out. Also seems pretty interesting, the lore and the thing, the last ripping that they announced here, and how the interactions go between themselves. It's kind of apocalyptic thing there, similar to Banner Saga. They got very similar themes. We got also Ori and the Blight Forest. This is the definitive edition, 75% off, again, good price. It's one of those that I will for sure play out. Got me very curious, so if it is a good platformer, I like to play out. We got also Slay the Spire, 66% off. Again, this is the ones that it's a must-have if you like roguelike deck builder with some very difficulty and challenges here. It's pretty good, and I think they got the daily challenges that you can, so it's something that you can play every day and try out something new. Yeah, and the mechanics seems pretty challenging, and you have to think through. It's just not a matter of just power up and brute force your way out of it. We got also Midnight Suns, again from the same developers of XCOM. Very addicting from what I saw. I watched the Christopher Odd Dark Hunter Path here. The story pretty good. The characters' interactions pretty good. You got some less well-known characters from the Marvel universe, the Midnight Suns, which is like a group of the occult kind of a thing there. And basically it's they are going to try to avoid the rise of Lilith. But yeah, pretty good. And I advise you for but it's not in promotion. The Digital Plus edition, what is in promotion at the moment, but usually all the DLC, I think the Season Pass brings all the DLC characters there, and the stories are pretty good. And even the decks, how you play it, it's pretty well integrated in the main game. And lastly, we got here No Man's Sky, 50% off. If you have something similar that you want to play, similar to Starfield, this is a good option here. You only have the base game, but the base game itself brings all the expeditions and the content that they've been launching throughout the years since the launch of the game. Seamless travel on your spaceship. Now you can even build bases. You got the capital ship that you can travel through if you want. You got space battles also. You got a lot of stuff here. More story stuff that you can interact with. And I think you have co-op also. I'm not sure if you like, but as you can see, it's seamless the way you go about it, traveling between worlds and all that stuff there. Yeah, a little bit better in that sense than Starfield. And basically this is it, guys. I'm just going to wrap up for today. Got a busy day also today. Let's see how it goes. And I'm going to just make my plug for the Patreon for extra support. At this moment, the support is for extra storage for me to be able to get backups of the stuff that I do for my private clients, and of course some space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.